Hey everyone, my name is Kazi. You know that already, or do you? Because if I were to look back on my YouTube channel in a few years, or months maybe, I would say that this era that we're in right now is the start. The start of a new time on this channel. So, do you really know me that well? Do I really know myself that well? I decided I'd be taking the Myers-Briggs test to learn a little bit more about myself. If you don't know how this works, is there's a bunch of classes. It's like kind of like Harry Potter. You've got Ravenclaw, Slytherin. What's the other one? Hufflepuff, and then there's that weird red one. But in the Myers-Briggs test, you've got the analysts, the purple ones, the green ones, the diplomats, and the sentinels, the blue class, and you've got the yellow explorers. Uh, and inside each class is four different personalities, and we're gonna be finding out which one they are. Now, here's the test. Let's just start taking it. I regularly make new friends. Friends, well, see, the thing is, I mean, I guess I'm pretty friendly, but I don't really talk to the same person over and over again every day. I usually just say hello all the time, so that sounds pretty friendly to me. Complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. I do like a good mystery. You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than by factual arguments. Well, well, well. I gotta reread this one. I forgot the question. Okay. Depends on how deep that is. So this is gonna be a bit of a tricky one. Uh, Factual arguments. Hmm. I'm gonna have to say no, kind of. We'll go with not strongly disagree, but I think things gotta be true, you know. Your living and working spaces are clean and organized. Looks pretty organized to me. You stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I mean, I could pretend to be calm. Does that still count? I guess so. You find the idea of networking or promoting yourself to strangers very daunting. It's really hard to convince someone about anything if you don't really know them all too much. So, but daunting? I mean, if I have to do it, then I have to do it. So we're gonna have to go with disagree on this one. I prioritize the planned tasks efficiently and often completing them well before making the deadline. I mean, I try my best, but I don't usually hit the deadline, so we're gonna have to go slightly agree on that one. Organizing, not that one. People's stories and emotional flows, they speak louder to you than numbers or data. Yeah, I guess so. We're gonna have to say yes. You like to use organizing tools or schedules and lists. Hmm. I kind of have like an organizing, it's like a calendar thing with like a whiteboard calendar. I mean, I also have a notebook for like all the video ideas, but I'm not notorious for being organized or scheduled. So, I don't know, I guess things are changing. Slightly, yes. It'll be more on the strong side. It depends on how important something is. Even small mistake can make you doubt your overall ability and knowledge. Did I skip a question? Let's go up. All right, I didn't skip a question. No, that's not me. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I did do that a few days ago. It was pretty interesting, actually. I saw this like guy, just all by himself in a library, and I was like, hey, I saw this guy the day before and the day before that. I wonder what he's doing. Why is he even here? So, figured it all out. Why he's there. He's there because he's bored. You are not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative work. I mean, as long as the other people are being respectful and not saying that, oh, you're wrong, and actually listening to my interpretation while I listen to theirs, then I guess I would be interested in a discussion like that. So I'm not too interested in discussions about various interpretations of creative works. Probably have to disagree. You prioritize facts over people's feelings when determining a course of action. Well, we do have to, even if you're right about something, you also do know if you want people to do something, they have to feel like it's right with them. So, people's feelings are actually really important, but we also need to take the right course of action. So, I'm going to have to go with slightly yeah. I often allow the day to unfold without any schedule at all. That used to be me. You know, I used to say, is Buzz Aldrin holding a watch? I have a poster in front of me, in front of this wall here. It's like a poster of Apollo 11, and it's that picture of Buzz Aldrin. I just noticed now that he's wearing a watch, so I don't know. You could wear a watch in space. Well, probably have to say no, but then like kinda. Maybe we'll go neutral on this one. I rarely worry about my good impression. Once you make a bad first impression, it's hard to take that back. You gotta really work on that, so I don't really want to work on something like that, which is why good first impression is pretty important. You enjoy participating in team-based activities. Okay, so team-based activities. It's really good when everyone's doing their part and actually contributing to the team. But if you have those guys, and in school projects, there's those people who just sit down and do nothing, and that completely pisses me off. Like, I'm putting in all the work, and you're just gonna sit there and ignore it. This one is pretty subjective. It's pretty open-ended. So, participating in team activities. As long as it's a good team, I'd have to say yeah. I enjoy experimenting with new and untested approaches. New and untested approaches. Well, we'll have to think about this one. How often do I do something that I've never done before? How often is that? I mean, kind of, yeah, but I don't really remember doing something new in these past few days, so I'm gonna have to say disagree, but then also, like, mostly on the agree side of disagree. Prioritize being sensitive over completely honest. These are getting pretty deep. Sensitive or completely honest. Well, I have to say that's another thing that's more situation based. Yeah, don't go up. Don't go up. So maybe we'll have to say neutral on that one. Maybe more on the disagree side. So actively seek out new experiences as knowledge of areas to explore. Yeah, I'd say that's me. You are prone to worrying about things that take turn for the worse. There's a fly in my room. Not really. solitary hobbies or activities more than group ones? Yeah, kind of, I guess. Imagine yourself writing fictional stories for a living. For a oh, I cannot imagine myself writing fictional stories for a living. Uh, no, kind of not. Uh, in favor of efficiency in decisions, my favor of efficiency in decisions, even if it means disregarding some emotional aspects. That's another thing. Work over personal life or personal life over work. So I'd have to say that you can't put one before the other. You have to like try to find a balance in the middle. Maybe we gotta go neutral with this one. You prefer doing your chores before allowing yourself to relax. Yes. That is definitely me. In disagreements, you prioritize proving your point over preserving the feelings of others. I mean, I don't want to sound selfish, but we're gonna have to go agree with that one. Usually wait for others to introduce themselves first at a social gathering, yes. It's pretty awkward if you're the one who has to put all the weight of the starting of a conversation. My mood can change very quickly. I mean, I've been having a lot of mood swings in the past, but been kind of feeling the same a lot lately. Yeah, that's why I think the MBTI thing, it's not 100% accurate because if you're like feeling one way while you're taking the test and then another way when you're not, then you might get a different result every time. My mood can change very quickly. Yeah. You're not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Not easily swayed by emotional arguments. Not really. You often end up doing this things at the last possible moment. Yeah, kind of. Okay. Even though I have a schedule and I have organized a few of the things that I need to do, it always boils down to those last final moments. So I'm gonna have to say yes on that one. Enjoy debating ethical dilemmas. Yeah, I like a good argument is like the other people's point of view of something. Prefer you usually prefer to be around others than rather than on your own. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with fully agree on that one. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. Okay, yeah, look. If it becomes a what if discussion, like, oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if, what if, what if, what if, what if anything? Anything can happen. So it doesn't really matter. It's theoretical. We should think about what really can happen at that moment. So, becoming bored or lose interest, yeah. But if things are getting highly theoretical and it's funny, then it's not quite as boring. When facts and feelings conflict, you usually find yourself following your heart. Now, this is another thing where, like, I don't know if I want to agree or disagree on that one, so I think we'll have to go neutral. Really, I'll follow my heart to see if I should go with the facts or go with the feelings at one point in time. So, subject to change. You find it challenging to maintain consistent work or study schedule. Hmm. I mean, it's a little bit challenging, but I'm still able to do it. But it's still really challenging and really difficult. You rarely second guess the choices that you've made. I've been second guessing everything I've answered on this quiz. So I'm going to have to go strongly disagree on that one. Also, one thing, I gotta check if my microphone is quiet because I might have messed up this entire recording, and looks like I did not. The recording is saved. Your friends would describe you as lively and outgoing. Yeah, probably. You are drawn to various forms of creative expression, such as writing. Yes. You usually base your choices on objective facts rather than emotional impressions. How many times have they asked a question that was really similar to this one? um, emotional. They've already answered this one. And each time I've either said really yeah or really no or gone neutral. So I guess we're gonna have to go really yeah, kind of yeah on that one. You like to do a to-do list for each day. Yep, I got. I have a to-do list right back there, but it's off camera. Very rarely feel insecure. Insecurity that used to be me, but right now I'm trying to be as confident as I can and try to really accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. So I don't still feel insecure sometimes, but I know that I can't like let myself feel down all the time. So I rarely feel insecure. Gotta go, yeah. Avoid making phone calls. Yeah, I usually just prefer using text messages because unless if it's an important thing, if it's just like a small reminder, you gotta use text. But if it's something, hey, be here right now. You gotta be here right now. Then you gotta make a phone call for that type of stuff. So avoid making phone calls. Probably yeah. You enjoy exploring unfamiliar ideas and viewpoints. Okay, as long as there's someone or a book or something that will guide me to this new way of thinking, then um, I'm all for exploring something that I've never done before. So yeah, most of the time there is. You enjoy connecting with people that you've just met. Yeah. Hmm. You know, like it was you've never seen this guy before, so now you're like seeing this new person, and now you can see there's all this stuff that you have in common and all this stuff that you don't have in common. So connecting with people is a really important part of life. So I'm gonna have to say agree. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. If you are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago, yes. You are not too interested in discussing theories on what the world could look like in the future. Well, no. Your emotions control you more than you control them. No, not really. When you're making decisions, you focus on how the affected people might feel and what's most logical or efficient. Yeah, that's the reason why you're in charge to make those decisions. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I got a lot of writer's block. Okay. Someone thinks highly of you. You wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you. No. Well, someone thinks highly of you. Not many people think too highly of me, anyways. So, I mean, come on, I have a YouTube channel. Why would you think? Why would you think I'm capable of anything? Nah, don't really care. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yeah. You feel like pondering against. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether it is nobler to suffer. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I mean, as long as you're doing all that stuff in your free time, it's pretty useful to reflect, do some self reflection. You feel more drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres to quiet, intimate spaces. Hmm. I mean, I don't really like loud noises that much. I have to reread these questions over and over again. Like after I read them, they just enter my head through one ear and then leave through the other. Gonna have to disagree on that one, Captain. If a decision feels right to you, you more often act on it without needing further proof. Yeah, that's about right. overwhelmed. No. Sometimes, but not most of the time. You complete things methodically without becoming a thip. Yeah. You prefer tests that require you to come up with a creative solution rather than to follow concrete steps. I mean, last one was about doing things step by step. And this next one is about not doing that. But I would rather be able to do something like that than rather having to go one by one. Then, so if I answer disagree, it would completely contradict what I said in the previous question. And that's true, I guess. You're more likely to rely on emotional institution than logical reasoning when making a choice. You struggle with deadlines. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm feeling great, so not gonna go strongly disagree. I'm not giving you my email. Yeah, I'm a dude. Alright, let's see the results. Alright, last time I took this test, I got ENFP. So, right here it says ENFJ-A. So, one letter changed. See, I think I said previously that this test is not completely accurate and that things can change, but maybe it's not that the test is wrong. Maybe people just change a lot. People change a lot, which is why you gotta do a lot of self-reflection to see where you are in life right now. But right now, I am ENFJ-A, and I'm proud. Let's see what that is. As an ENFJ protagonist, you possess a unique blend of charisma, that's nice, empathy, and idealism that sets you apart in any crowd. Your natural ability to inspire and lead others is matched only by your deep-seated desire to make a positive impact on the world around you. You have an uncanny knack for understanding people's emotions and motivations. You often sensing that other people's needs before they even realize that they need it themselves. Your gift for communication allows you to articulate your visionary ideas with passion and conviction, drawing others into your orbit and motivating them to join your cause. You thrive on meaningful connections and have a remarkable talent for bringing out the best in those around you. However, your idealistic nature can sometimes set you up for disappointment in reality, but falls short of your lofty expectations. Sounds a bit accurate. Let's see. 63% extroverted. I thought I would get introverted. I thought I was a pretty introverted person. Like, speak when spoken to type stuff. Intuitive, assertive. Yeah, it looks pretty right. Yeah, the feeling and the thinking thing is in the middle, which is how I answered most of these questions anyways. Oh, my empathetic nature is my greatest strength and my potential Achilles heel. While it allows me to form deep, authentic connections with others, it can also leave me invulnerable to emotional exhaustion. Tell me about exhaustion. You may find yourself taking on others' problems as your own, sometimes at the expense of your own well-being. As a natural-born leader, you have an innate ability to rally people around you for a common goal. Your enthusiasm is infectious, and you excel in creating harmonious, productive environments. However, you may struggle with criticism or conflict, as your desire for harmony can sometimes lead you to avoid necessary confrontations, leading to balance your idealism and pragmatism, and your care for others with self-care will be the key to your personal and professional fulfillment. Career path. Okay, we're not gonna read all of this, but I don't want to buy the premium plan right now. My strengths and weaknesses. genuine connection, encouraging team spirit, effective communication, adaptable initiative, motivating mentor, insightful problem solving. My weaknesses? Now, I don't really like showing people my weaknesses because then they feel like they can take me down, and you can't beat me. Okay, I'm stronger than you. I'll take you down in any fight. So don't even try. My overinvesting in myself, overlooking practical limits, reluctant to delegate. I don't know what delegating is. Sensitive to criticism, avoiding necessary conflict, and taking things personally. I don't want to buy the premium plan right now. I don't want to buy the premium plan. Personal growth, strengths, committed to improvement, embracing new experiences, staying optimistic, vivid imagination. The brain runs wild with imagination. Emotionally intuitive, self-reflection. Unrealistic expectations. Okay, bro. I'm not being unrealistic. Okay, it's if I can conceive it, I can achieve it. Unrealistic expectations, impatient for results, difficulty accepting limitations, neglecting rest, harsh inner criticism, losing yourself to others. Okay, yeah. Well, I only get 7 hours of sleep, which doesn't. It sounds pretty cool, but like, personally, I need like 10 hours of sleep to even function. So, relationships. Ooh, okay. Let's save this for. Let's just. This is a bit private. Okay, I would respect some privacy here. My story isn't complete yet. I need to pay $9 to buy full results. Well, unfortunately, I am flat broke, and I can't pay the $9 fee to really understand myself. So, looks like until I have enough money, my life is going to be stuck. So in the meantime, that was the end of that video. We now know that who I am. I am the ENFJ. I don't really know much about that. I got the greenhouse, I got the green class, I got the green thing, and I'm wearing the green shirt, coincidentally, which means, yeah, I would say this was kind of accurate to how I feel with myself right now, in this moment. The Myers-Briggs test, I hear it's a lot of pseudoscience, but it's somewhat accurate, so I guess that's the end of the video.